Hey everyone, time for the weekly selection for this week with a bit of a delay since I something came up yesterday and I couldn't do it. But let's get to it. So my favorite pick for this week is Moderna, and the reason is mostly TA and flows, and just the continued belief that healthcare will start going up soon and won't stop for the foreseeable future. I think it may be one of the best performing sectors this quarter. But we shall see. For now, like I said, mostly a TA-based setup. We are in the bottom of the range and have this very steep falling wedge, which is very likely to resolve upwards. Might see another retest at one below 120, but not sure that it will happen. And this might take a while to play out as well. Like it might do something like this before it goes up, but when it starts going up, it will do so very quickly. And I think 150 is the bare minimum we will see, depending on the situation with the market. It might go higher, but I think this is a reasonable target to for the next 3 months. So I don't expect this to be a short-term play, although it can be a short-term play. Like I said, if it starts going up, we could see like 150 by the end of July or something like that. But have some duration on it because it might take a while before it gets going. On the flow side, it's mostly put selling for 115, 120. Still bullish. We're getting a bit of calls as well, but generally speaking, this is a bullish setup for Moderna, TA, and flows lineup. Then we have Alcoa. I posted this on Vitards, I think on Thursday. I don't remember exactly. Uh, there was this flow to 40 for August, which is quite unusual for Alcoa. It doesn't get much option flows. And this is also like a TA-based play. We are near the bottom of the range. We're consolidating in this small range. This is a weekly demand zone that we bounced off in the past as well. We also have sort of a falling wedge going here, more like a pennant at the bottom, something like this. What I would like to talk about with Alcoa is the macro setup. So electricity prices in Europe over the last month, maybe 2 months, we've had constant days with negative 4 next day electricity prices. So the situation with electricity prices, which is the main resource in aluminium generation, has gotten way better in Europe over the past couple of months. Uh, this doesn't necessarily mean that Alcoa had better margins this quarter, although it can, because we don't know what contracts for electricity they have signed right now. Maybe they're paying a higher price because they have a long-term contract going and so on. But even if that is the case, I would assume the earnings will be very upbeat. Like even if they, let's say they come in line for earnings, their guidance should be very good. Like the fact that electricity prices are coming back to normal or even and are even lower than zero should be very beneficial for them when earnings come about in July 19th. And I think Alcoa has the potential to start going up. It's also a laggard in the metal sector. Like we have stuff like CLF or FCX go up, where is CLF went up, NUI went up, what's Tech sort of up, FCX went up, and Alcoa has been lagging, but I think it's time for it to go up again. Then we have Foot Locker. Foot Locker saw a bit of flows as well. I think they may have been connected with uh, it happened earlier in the week, so we don't see them anymore. It was for October, I think 30C, something like that. I don't remember exactly. It was before Nike earnings. Nike dropped because of earnings. Foot Locker still held down pretty well because of this. It's a TA-based play, like we're in this consolidation range. Maybe even go as low as this, but unlikely now. And quite a bit of room to go up if it decides to go up. Let's say like around here. So 30 almost for sure. Flows were for October, like I said, and could very well see this doing something like this and getting to 30 over the next couple of weeks. Then Baba, my love for Chinese stuff continues, and we are backtest hugging the breakout trend line. And when we're getting close to this, it should start going up again. Uh, that's kind of it. Nothing really special to say for it as well. Disney, uh, a, a lot of TA-based setups this week, and this one is the same. Could potentially go as low as 85. 85 is 100% a buy. So I do this. I don't know yet what it's going to do. Like it could break out here, or it could move down one more time to 85. But 85 is almost for sure a bottom, and then it goes up. Then we have end phase. Um, Early development stage of a horizontal range, I believe here. Like I think it will develop a range like all the other stuff, but for now it's timed. It double tested this bottom, made a higher low, and now it's time to. What am I clicking here? It's time for it to go up to at least the mid range. I think the range will be somewhere between this. Let's make it 4 lines thick and this. Most likely the range for the next couple of months will be something like this. And we are at the lows now. It should go at least to 188, 190 to retest this, potentially even higher. This is actually short term. I think it's going to do it this week. The 190 then might get rejected again, but it will eventually go to above 200 and test the highs of this range. Then we have Lyft. So Lyft had a play a couple of weeks ago to 12, I think. Anyway, uh, now horizontal range, it's coming back down. It should not go below this low, and then it should go back up. Let's check end phase. Some volume here, like good flows. And for Lyft, I saw some flows for 12. No, 14 call. It was 14. Yeah, I remember now. 12.5 and 14. This is put selling, so it's also bullish, and we are at 9.5. So someone sold puts at 9.5, so they don't believe it will go lower than that. It's only 62k, but whatever. And I think this flow for 50k for 12.5 was the reason. So I would expect it to do this. Again, this is a relatively short-term move, which I expect to play out in the next 2 weeks. So go down, then maybe go up, and as high as 12.5-ish seems reasonable. Like the next target would be if we have a breakout above this level. Then Farfetch. This is not the most known name. It's luxury branding, leather stuff like Louis Vuitton. And I don't think it will break the uptrend. Just like this. And it should go to the target above 7. PayPal, same setup. This is a bull flag. It's curling up to break out again. If we look at the lower time frame, it almost did it as well. So I think PayPal should start its next leg up and go as high as 71, 72, maybe a bit higher. like 72, yeah, this week. So if we have a breakout from this small bull flag, it should continue up to here at least. And FCX, same kind of setup. XL, whatever the fuck material is, XLM. No, XL, what? I forgot what the name was for materials. XLB. Yeah, XLB broke out. And everything from material should follow soon. So it's the same kind of setup as PayPal. This is a bull flag, and a breakout should take us to the highs, so 46-ish, and move relatively quickly to do so. Then from previous week, Rivian still has some flows. So what happened was there was those 17.5 call flows from last week. Those played out, and midweek the whale that had bought those started selling, and I thought it was going to stop, but yesterday, not yesterday, on Friday we started getting new flows, and this time more for 17.5. Then we also got 19. So this is still kind of bullish and can continue going up. We haven't reached that 17.5 yet, but I think if it continues much higher. So I think 20 is a realistic target if you're still in Rivian or want to get in. Uh, I'm kind of spooked by the fact that the whale got out and sold all the calls, and this was not even on Friday, it was on Thursday and not around midday. So they didn't really cash in that much. I think they had like 60-70% gain. Then AMD with a breakout, this should have follow through. If it doesn't have follow through, it should do this. So another retest of 108, but 108 should hold regardless. ARC, it did the move to 44. I haven't followed it, don't care anymore. ASTS did a stock offering and dumped like crazy, so their loss. I think it would have squeezed and gone higher if they didn't do that. So they did an offering at 4.75. That's about where the stock crashed to. Right now, I have no idea what it's gonna do. Might start going up again, but I think there's gonna be a while where it still drops. First Solar also with a breakout, and this should have continuation. Same setup as AMD. If it drops, it should not make a new low, so it should stop around here like 180 and then go back up. JD, same setup as Baba. This is a backtest approximately, so maybe it can drop a bit more, but downside it should be limited at 31.5-ish and then go up. Snap is kind of complicated. I think it has flows as well. $20 call, but only not 94k. 20 call for 2 years from now. Very long-term positions here. So probably the question is, will it turn this into a support or not? If it turns it into a support, let's delete this. We don't care that much anymore. So will this turn into support? It goes higher, and then she should see a rejection here, and just do something like this. Didn't draw this very well, like this, something like this, and go up. If it doesn't hold it, it should drop to around here. So this is horizontal support combined with the trend line, and it should go up like this. So Snap is still in play. Actually, I'll move the ones that I still think are in play here. STS, we don't care anymore. Rivian is still in play. JD, I don't know. Then Uber. Uber, considering Lyft has flows, I think Uber had positive flows as well. No. So put buying sold calls at 45. This was probably the whale that initially had that 45 calls, and they sold on Friday, or not on Friday, on when it got to 45. Wednesday, I think. Yeah, Wednesday. And now I don't know. So we'll take it out. XLF was bullish, not bearish. Cree is still getting like shit ton of negative flows. Like all of this call selling is not as bad as put buying, but call selling at 43 should will cap it, and it's still looking not that good, and I would say is still going to go down to retest at least this 38 area. I don't know beyond that. Maybe buyers come in, but flows for Cree have still been horrible, and that's kind of it. So XLF we take out, JD I'll keep it here, and Cree let's keep it for potential puts, but I would not play this. There are much better plays outside of this. Yeah, so that's kind of it. Like I said, my favorite setup is for Moderna, a bit of a longer term position as well, but I think when it goes, it goes. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye.